What did he tell you can talk about?
I can talk about everything.
Everything? Okay. So going home to Washington, what's that going to feel?
That should be fun, going back up there. I went to high school there and everything, and my mom will be there for sure. So my brother, so that'll be fun. Just going back up and seeing them and just back where they're at.
Does the finger licking moment is forgotten up there?
I doubt it is, but I forgot about it until you just reminded me. So yeah, I'm sure it's not.
Well, now that you remember, what was that? What was that about?
That was just emotion, like you saw last week. Just me being, I guess it was immature, looking back on it. But it was just kind of, I don't know. It was just my emotions running and everything. And at the time, I thought it was appropriate. But yeah, I shouldn't have did that.
What was the tilt that took you to UCLA instead of Washington?
The tilt was really just, I just felt like UCLA just had the total package for me with Coach Moore and just seeing what they were bringing to the table and just what they had done in a year. The academics, the weather, of course, the sun every day. So I cherish that every day. And just being in LA, that was pretty much what brought me here.
There some unhappiness with some Husky fans that you decided to go away?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is some unhappiness.
Hear from them?
Yeah, I hear about it whenever I go back home or on Twitter. I'm sure I'll get it this week.
Funny ha-ha hear about it?
Yeah.
Even on Twitter?
Yeah. So
really?
I don't know. I don't know. People are always gonna say stuff, fans from other teams and stuff. It's just a part of the game, So you just gotta take it in stride. I guess it means you're doing something right. So
what's your reply to people?
I don't reply. I don't get into it because it's just a matter of opinion, and you can't try.
Well, I mean, when somebody brings it up when you're up there.
Oh, I just laugh about it. I mean, I'm at where I'm at now. I mean, it's nothing I can't go back and change it, or neither can they. And I'm not upset with my decision by any means. I feel like it was the best decision for me, and if they can't respect that, then that's too bad for them.
Kind of the bad blood between you and Washington. Is that still there for you, even though their coaching staff has changed?
I don't feel any animosity to it. I mean, I know the guys there and stuff like that. I mean, I'm gonna play against my former teammate Buda Baker, so that's gonna be fun. But there's no animosity or anything like that. It's another game for me.
You talked about trying to control your emotions, and your emotions going to be running a little bit higher being back in Washington?
Yeah, I talked to Coach Moore about this. This will be a week where you guys will see my emotions definitely tested at the highest of high levels. So I'm definitely gonna work on that, and I promise I will not do anything that will put 7 points up on the board like I did last week. So yeah, you have my word.
You expecting some button pushing?
I'm sure buttons will be pushed, and I may push a couple buttons myself. But as far as 15-yard penalties and stuff that'll hurt the team, that won't happen.
How much different were you when it came to withholding those emotions, maybe when you were younger, a few years ago?
I've definitely learned, but I think I've become, I don't want to say a target, but people are they're just gonna test me, and I just have to work on just not saying anything back. That's kind of who I am. Like, if you say something to me, I'll say something back. But if you don't say anything to me, then I'll be quiet the whole game. But that's just who I am, and that's something I'm gonna have to work on. I talked to my mom about this. I talked to Coach Moore about this. Trust me, I've already been over this conversation. I'm working on it. I'm telling you, and yeah, you'll see this week. You'll see an improvement in my behavior.
What's your evaluation of Shaq Thompson?
Yeah, he's a phenomenal athlete. I mean, kudos to him, because I guess it's just me and him that are doing it right now. So he knows how it feels, just to go back and forth and learn 2 different playbooks and get twice as many plays and do over 100 snaps. So I mean, I think that's cool. I mean, I guess it's only 2 of us. I don't know if there's any other in the country, but I guess me and him are making the most noise that are doing it, and I give nothing but respect to him for doing it.
He's moved to running back full-time for this last game. Any party you think, I want to get in there at running back just to show people maybe I am the better two-way player?
I definitely think it'll be a little competition between us, I mean, just to see who's the best, I guess, running backer. It'll be fun. I think it's cool that hopefully he'll be on defense, and I'll get to tackle him and he'll get to tackle me, and stuff like that. That'll be, I think that's good for the game, and it'll make the game interesting and everything. And me, I just take it as a challenge. I'm not jealous or anything like that. I think it's cool that he's doing it and he's successful at it. I think that's awesome. And Yeah, I think it's cool, and it'll be a fun game. Just I guess I'm sure for you guys to watch and myself, just to see where I measure up as a running backer. I guess a new position that's being made, and we get to finally go up against each other.
Are you guys just that unique, you and Shaq, or is it just something that the coaching staffs, other staffs could probably take advantage of other players, but they just don't? Maybe you guys are in unique positions.
I mean, I can't speak for other programs, but I mean, I know from talking to Eddie Vanderdoes and just when Shaq actually played Bellevue High School, when Grant came up to Bellevue, and I remember watching him, he did a little running back, and he mostly plays, that's when he was a safety and everything, but I mean, I've seen what type of athlete he is, and I mean, I'm sure there's other athletes like that across the country, and maybe they don't want to do it, or maybe their coaches aren't with it. But yeah, I mean, it just kind of says what kind of trust your coaches have in you to give you the ball when you haven't been practicing since high school. I mean, he did the same thing I did, jumped right in it, and was successful with this. So I mean, yeah, I mean, he's good at it.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I know him. He actually hosted me on my visit up at UW. So.
Have you stayed in contact with him?
Yeah, I mean, we text every once in a while. We haven't really been texting throughout the season, but I remember in the summer we were texting each other, and I kind of asked him, like, is he going to do it? And he was saying he was going to do it, so I was like, oh, that's cool, man. Like, there's no ill will or anything. Like, I definitely respect anybody that's doing it because it takes a lot to go both ways. It's a lot of pressure, and it's tough, but, I mean, if you're successful at it, then doing something right.
Kind of a little special club between you, like
yeah. I guess we should start our own little group, or maybe a shirt or something, maybe, or try and profit off it when we make it to the next level. I guess hopefully. So I don't know. We might collaborate on something maybe.
He asked you any advice about that?
No, he didn't ask me any advice. Yeah, I mean he's his own athlete. He's talented. I mean you guys have seen what he's done. He had $150 against Colorado last week. So I mean he's good.
How much did you benefit last year, when there was only a game or two of film on you as a running back, and do you think Shaq's kind of in that same place right now?
I would say so. I mean, people don't really know what he can do. I mean, they know what he can do, but I mean, until you play him and go against him, you'll kind of earn that respect for him, and I think teams have kind of earned that respect for me. Like I remember against Arizona, I seen the linebackers as soon as I came in. They were coming in hot. They were blitzing. I didn't see any run or pass reads in them. I mean, they were coming in hot. So I think more and more. I mean, this is probably his last year. He might go to the league next year, but I mean, I think he's definitely benefiting from that. I mean, that just kind of goes with it. But I mean, I don't know. He's running the more. I think he's more with the offense though. Like I have a package. He's with the offense. So he's running a shotgun and different stuff like that. I just have a certain package that I do, and I don't know. It's just different scenarios, and we're both making it happen. So,
ever any thought for you that you tell the coaches, hey, maybe I could go in on shotgun or on any sort of other formation, or is that?
I mean, I'm more of a defensive player, so that's kind of where my heart is. I mean, they've definitely brought it up to me. Do you want to move the running back? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I feel like it kind of, I got to find a happy medium, and I feel like last week was a good happy medium where I could still do enough on defense where it didn't take away from my defense, and I could still play offense. So, I mean, it's hard, it's not an easy thing to do. That's why I give kudos to him because it's tough, So
Tell us, how's the body feel after playing both ways? Is it a little different the next day?
Yeah, I mean, you get a little bit more, you're taking more hits and stuff like that, so you're pretty sore after the game. But I mean, yeah, I mean, you're getting extra plays and extra hits, so I mean, you're definitely sore, but that's just a part of the game, I guess being a running backer, that's what it's all about.
Better to be the hitter than the hitty?
Oh, for sure, every time.
So the staff has asked you if you wanted to move full time?
Yeah, they brought it up to me if I've ever wanted to do it. Coach KP asked me pretty much every week if I want to do it. Yeah, I mean, the offensive linemen, sometimes they joke with me, like, when we come out and run their plays, like, Coach Moore will be like, all right, you guys can go back to your defensive meeting, and sometimes they'll kid, like, no, just stay over here, So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely been mentioned, but me personally, I feel like defense is my calling, and that's really what I want to do. I feel like I can be a dominant player on the defensive side of the ball and still get a couple carries every once in a while on offense.
So you've never given it any thought?
I'm definitely giving it thought, for sure. Trust me. If enough people say it, you're definitely going to think about it.
Sure.
But I just feel like in the long run, defense is that's just where my heart is. That's just what I want to do. And I don't know, like I wouldn't be in it for the right reasons if I did it for running back. It would be more for, I guess, glam and glitz and you guys talking to you guys and being in the newspaper and stuff. And that's not where I'm at. I want to play defense, and that's just where I'm at.
How about if there was some feedback that you might make a better NFL running back than a linebacker?
Then I would for sure have to consider that. You know, if it came from a credible source, somebody who really thought that was the case, I would really have to look into that. I mean, I'm an open-minded person. I'm blessed with the ability to do both, and I've been successful at both, so I would definitely take it into consideration. I'm just gonna ride it for as long as it takes me. You know what I mean? If linebacker doesn't work out, I guess I could migrate over to the running back side. So I mean, I have options.
Truthfully, though, what feels better, a sack or an interception or a long run for a touchdown? What makes you feel better inside?
That's a tough question. I mean, definitely scoring points for your team is definitely going to feel good in the long run because you got to score to win. So I'm going to have to go with the long touchdown for sure. But yeah, like I said, defense is my calling. But if I can put points on the board, then I can't argue with that.
Lammer and Glitz, are you saying we don't write about the defense enough?
You guys do right about the defense, but I mean, offense gets showed on ESPN.
There was an assumption you were making.
No disrespect to you guys.
Interception for a touchdown would work.
Oh, if there's anybody you can disrespect, it's us. Trust me.
Speaking of the defense, Saturday was your best performance in a while, stopping the run. What were you guys doing better to keep Arizona in check?
We finally did our jobs, you know. I mean, like we didn't really have answers for you guys, but we just finally put it together. You know what I mean? We finally just believed in the game plan. Everybody stepped their game up this week. We knew it was a big game, and November is the most important part of your season. I mean, this is where championships are won and lost, and we just felt like this was kind of like our do or die time. And we brought out the new jerseys, it's homecoming. I mean, we put it all on the line on Saturday, and it paid off.
Thanks.